What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the second day of July, and here we are at about $2,400. 21 hours, 23 minutes left in the day. A little bit of a bearish day yesterday, right down 3% on the day there, but nothing too crazy. Below, I mean, substandard volume there. At the area of this whole range where if you've bought every single time except for once, you've done rather well for yourself. And that time that we did go below this range, I mean, we came back up immediately, man. We had some pretty bearish days taking us down, but that we had one bullish day to reverse it all. You know what I mean? It was not that big of a deal. And here we are still at the lower ends of this range. I would anticipate we do go to the upper ends, or we'll probably consolidate much like we are here and then get ready to break out, right? Over the coming days, over the coming weeks. If we look at this on the daily RSI, we can see that we are firmly entrenched in a downtrend here. Lower highs, the whole shebang. It's very possible that we could go a little bit lower from here. I wouldn't expect that we go too much lower, but it's possible that we could go a little bit lower. We'll go over that in the short-term stuff. But when we do break out of this trend, things are going to be very exciting. I wouldn't expect that we just rip through the roof immediately. I mean, maybe. After all, I guess we kind of did that here. When you broke through this trend, you just right through the roof. I would kind of anticipate that we consolidate a little bit, and then as time goes on, maybe in the later parts of this month, we'll start to rip, but we'll see. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and go from there, okay? Maybe even the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, 15 minutes looking a little bit bullish here. Just like Bitcoin, you had a very bearish start to the day, right? I say very bearish, but just like a kind of bit of wicked volatility. A lot of volume came in on that candle there. Higher highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price, building right now. If we're looking at this on the, I mean, overall the 15-minute looks bad. Overall it looks bad, but I like what we're doing right here. Overall bad, right here good. 15 minutes very insignificant though, so that good can change in a short amount of time, the bad can change in a short amount of time. 1 hour time frame here, bullish divergence, right? Little double bottom action there, higher lows. Moving up with this, I would think that it continues, but it's very, very possible that we do go lower. You know, James Wynn, I was just checking him, he is bullish, so there's a solid chance that we do go down. Low to high here. Man, if you counter traded James Wynn since he became a craze in the crypto space, you'd be making, it's just like hindsight 2020, and it's not him, right? I mean maybe it is him, but I think we've figured out that there are people chasing him, right? Stop hunting him because his account was public, right? It's not that he's got skills or doesn't have skills. I'm not trying to hit on it like that, right? I respect that he's putting it out there for the public eye to see, but man, he was being hunted, and with that, you know, if you were part of the hunt, if you joined the hunters in that direction, I mean, could have made some money. Anyways, the fact that he's bullish has me a little skeptical, right? But he's actually been doing all right lately, in all fairness. $2,400, looking like, you know, you found support of the golden ratio. You're back above the 1272. We like to see that. Typically, whenever you find support of the golden ratio like this, you would expect to find resistance somewhere at the 886-100 level. So if you can get above there, that's good. The real test is going to be the golden ratio all the way up here at about 2468. Yes, this is a golden ratio. This is the golden ratio as well. $2,468. Let's just call it 2,500. Get above there. Get above 2,500, and that will solidify this as your low. Okay, that's what we want to see. Let's see here. I like the 1 hour RSI. Relatively speaking, not so bullish, but this right here in the immediate term, that is a bullish base of which you can build from. I like that. I think it looks good. 4 hour time frame, getting lower lows in the price, lower lows in the RSI, not getting overbought, but you're also not getting oversold. A little bit of volatility with a more bullish presence than bearish presence overall. I don't mind it. You know, typically it seems that you do like to find support in the oversold zone rather than just above it, but we'll go with it. We'll roll with it for now. Where'd you find support here? From a low to a high, right above the 382. You guys, Bitcoin did the same thing. Either we have a downward move that is yet to complete itself, or maybe there's just some highly anticipated upside coming soon, and there's not enough selling pressure, or there's too much buying pressure. It won't allow the price to get down there. One way or another, that's kind of what my expectation would be looking at this here. But on that note, if we go down to 2350, if we go down to 2260, we're fine. Who cares? Go down to 2150, all the way up at 2400 now. Find support there and then continue to rally. It's really not that big of a deal. Yeah. Let's see. Looking at this on a daily time frame again. We're waiting to break out of this. Overall, the 1 hour and the 4 hour RSIs are bullish. And even the 15 minutes bullish right now. So just carry on with that. Have a good day. You know, carry on. Do that. Find support in this area that you would expect to find support. Do that. Don't break through. We don't want that. And if you do, it's not a big deal. But just we'd prefer not, right? I'd rather not. 3-day time frame, or the daily time frame, I suppose, you're still in a downtrend. So while you are still in a downtrend, it is important to consider downtrend in the RSI is what I mean. It's important to consider that you could go lower. Okay, 3-day time frame, very bullish right now. Very, very bullish. We're right at an area that you expect to bounce. Actually, maybe we even go a little bit lower. That's what this is telling me. And that's okay. Weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is bearish, but I mean, to be fair, you've been very bearish this whole cycle. Typically, downtrends do end. Oops. They do end once you are in the oversold zone. I like to see bullish divergence, but hey, you ended this downtrend here without bullish divergence. You know what I mean? Moved sideways and then you moved up. I think that we're kind of moving sideways within the trend already, kind of getting ready to break out is what it looks like, right? Different behavior begets different results, my friends. That's what I like to say. I can't draw these lines straight to save my life, but let's just see here. Yeah, something like that. We're at the lower ends of this. Whenever you found resistance here, it was up and then down. It was up and then down. It's up and then sideways for months. We're probably going to break out. This is going to be that moment where we get into the overbought zone. What happened the last time we got into the overbought zone? Not just a taste, but like actually got into the overbought zone like that. What was that? What did we do? Well, we did some good we did some rather courageous moves, my friends. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something just like this, but more robust. I wouldn't be surprised in the least. Maybe this is some kind of bull flag. I don't know. But I do expect that when Ethereum decides to move up, finally get going, kicking into gear, high to low here, I would expect that we move up to about 77.50. You guys, Ethereum, understand, I believe we will be worth more than $7,000 in Ethereum, $5,000 ahead of where we are now, between now and the end of August. I think that's what's going to happen. We're on the precipice of breaking out of this consolidation range. We're on the precipice of breaking out of our weekly downtrend. And I think that the weeks ahead, the months ahead, are going to be nothing shy of glorious, to say the least. So I don't really think I have anything else that I want to say. Let's look at the ribbons just for fun. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Monthly ribbons look good. They look healthy. Very healthy, of course. Weekly ribbons. Disrespected. Yes, it's bearishly crossed, but you bearishly crossed and then what? You moved up. Like you're back here where the cross began. You're not really doing anything now. You're not rejecting the ribbon. I would think you're going to flip it, but it's disrespected, so not a lot to go off of there. Daily is probably going to be disrespected too because we've just been moving sideways. So the monthly is the only one really to weigh on. Bullish overall, whatever. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Oh, you know what? One last thing, actually. One last thing that I do want to look at is ETH to BTC, just real quick. Because everybody looks at the dominance chart, right? Dominance chart is a big deal, don't get me wrong, but the ETH BTC chart, it's similar in the sense that when this thing is moving up, when the dominance is moving up, not good for crypto, right? For Bitcoin dominance. But whenever the Ethereum Bitcoin chart's moving up, that is very bullish, very, very good. Bullish divergence on the stochastics. No bullish divergence here. A little bit on the MACD, which is nice to see. I would think that we are going to move up just simply on the basis that we have a double bottom here, right? Low, double bottom here. This big U, like typically with a move like this, you get a sharp recovery. You get a V-shaped recovery like that or like that. Like we're going to move up a lot. I'm not saying that ETH is going to see new all-time highs versus Bitcoin, but something that would at least retrace this like multi-year downtrend, right? That only picked up pace as you go. I mean, let's look at this. Look at it this way, okay? Let's look at the Bitcoin chart. Let's go on the monthly candles here real quick, okay? Before we end this. I just noticed too, actually, hold on real quick. Look, see, we actually have a similar thing going on here. A little curve down, but on the 1 hour time frame. Monthly, looking at the monthly time frame. Oh, we're just on Coinbase, but that's okay. That'll be okay. Parabolic, what do we do? How did we reject once we had our parabolic top? We came down hard. We came down hard at first, then we continued to move down, right? Had a little bit of a parabolic move here. What did you do? You came down hard. Just that idea that when Ethereum versus BTC recovers, it's probably going to move up hard. And this was not it, man. I think that we have more to go. We have at least a standard retracement from a high to a low would take us to that golden ratio, at least. That's where I think we're going to go, if not more. And that, a bullish Ethereum versus Bitcoin, is bullish for altcoins, all coins. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.